Welcome to Coachsmithing. My name is Buresh, and today I'd like to introduce to you our new OX Planishing Hammer. In this short video, we'll be demonstrating the tool in action. This is a Lotus 11 rear clip. On the Lotus 11, you're starting with 30 thousandths aluminum. Very thin, can damage really easy. So we gas weld our welds, and then we planish out with the hammer. The hammer is can deliver gentle blows or hard blows, depending on how you set the little air valve on the end here. And then the handle also, the lever also gives you adjustment of the airflow. So when I'm planishing a section like this, I'll use a pretty light blow because of, again, this material is pretty thin. The Lotus 11 probably is the thinnest material that you'll work with on a car body. Usually we're working with 63 thousandths when we're making new Cobra bodies or AC Ace bodies. And then if we're doing something original like a Ferrari body, a lot of times we're using 50 thousandths. As you can see, the planishing hammer is used with various handheld body dollies. These are my favorite 3-body dollies. And when I'm working on aluminum, usually I'll face these with leather, as these are faced with leather. Or I have plastic caps that I use. As we demonstrate today, we'll be showing you how to finish welds. I have it at the other side of the fender that needs to be the weld needs to be planished out. So we'll be showing you how to do that with the hammer. Also, I have a 289 front clip with an area that can be planished. It's a special front clip. The fender flare had been pounded out, and I wanted to planish it after I applied the front nose section to the old body, but I'm going to be planishing notes just so you can see how quickly this tool can planish out areas. So with that, let's begin. The planishing hammer, use it like probably like you use an English wheel. You'll go back and forth. You're kind of cracked with probably do the rest of this when it gets on the car. I'll use a slapper with a rounded edge to get this a little bit more rounded. I just wanted to show you how quickly this thing can planish out. And if you have any problems, you can take your wooden mallet or whatever and you can pound this up and then just planish it out again with the hammer. Next, I'll just do a little bit of this to see how quickly it smooths this area out, this ugly area. I use this a lot. I use in conjunction on an edge. I'll just hold the dolly and the hammer like this, and I can smooth things out really fast that way. Now I'm going to do a steel on steel here a little bit. Pretty quick. This is when you do your wire edges around this edge here. When it all gets done, you can run this OX Planishing Hammer on that wire edge or right off the edge of it, and you get all your imperfections out really, really fast. You don't have to file and keep reworking it and reworking it. While I got it here, I'm going to smooth this out a little bit. This is another little ugly area that looks like it'd be problematic. Using steel on steel again. Just a little rough planishing. Trying to get this big piece over to your wheeling machine or your other kind of planisher would be rather difficult. But this allows you to access or go to your part. Like I said, when I'm putting this together, welding these pieces together, I'll weld them together, and then I'll go over it with the planishing hammer and smooth it out. You can see I have a little bit of smoothing yet to do with it, but I'm not afraid of any of this stuff anymore because I can smooth it. I'll get a really nice finish on this thing, and it'll be done. It'll be ready to go to the body shop afterwards. All right, this is the little patch that we had to put on the bottom of this Lotus 11 fender. You can see the weld, it's not finished off. In the past, I'd use a hand slapper and it wouldn't be such a bad deal, but using this hammer will smooth out really fast. The weld out a little bit. Flatten this weld out here a little bit. Now I'll take this other dolly and I'll just finish it up quick. Now it's flat enough. That other Lotus 11 fender that we were talking about, as you see, I just welded it and it's all ready. You can see the bumps on it from bumping it up. I go over the panel and I feel where it's low and I'll bump it up from the back side, and now it's ready to planish out, and that's what we'll do now. On this one I'll use the leather face, what is this, a snap-on, and this works really well with this. The hardest part is getting it in position. Okay, that should work. Now, here we go. First pass, pretty nice. Smooths out very nice. Usually I go on one side of the weld and I'll go on the other side of the weld and I start blending things together. But here we go again on the other side. Remember, this is 30 thousandths aluminum, so it's pretty thin. And it's done really easy. Rough pass, smoothing it out nice. I'll go again. Usually I'll take a few different passes on it and then I'll check it out for if there's any low spots, and I'll bump those up again and I'll do it again. And this works the same way if it's a little thicker, thinner. Well, again, this is 30 thousandths. You probably won't go thinner than this, but it works the same way. I'll probably do this a few more times, but you kind of get the gist of it. It probably doesn't really need it a few more times. You could probably go, you could go from the way it is right now. Now I'll work this nose part of it a little bit more, and then we'll call it a day for the video. So if you're doing some fine work on some trim pieces, you can see how this could really be helpful. Again, I go like if I was reeling apart, I try to track real close. And also, like I said before, it's very forgiving, especially with the leather on the other end. And I'll just keep going over it like that until I'm satisfied. It's really planishing out nicely. Another little trick I'll show you quick before we end the video. I take a piece of leather and I'll wrap it around the planisher to finish things up, if I have a bend here, like this doesn't flow quite right, I'll take it and I'll just go. So I don't mark up the metal really bad. It keeps me from marking it up at all. And I'll follow it with the dolly, my leather dolly here. For a no mark finish. And you can see on the inside, pretty clean, no pick marks, no, and when this is done, there won't be any filing needed on this either. Thank you for watching our first video of the OX Planishing Hammer in action. If you like this video, please follow us on our Coachsmithing Facebook page or go to www.coachsmithing.com. Thank you.